it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked the mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win, applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, applied myself, I felt it in.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. I'm excited about today's episode, like always. We got a lot of NBA to talk about today. We keep trying to get y'all more football content, but the NBA just keep coming back around, man. I don't know what's going on, all right? We got to talk about Wemby, his first, his debut at the Summer League. We got to talk about his expectations. Are we still high or low on Victor Wembanyama? We got to talk about this in-season tournament, y'all. A lot of talks about it. It's been finalized. We gotta address that. Keegan, man, I mean, he in the Summer League, so is that a good thing or a bad thing? And then we got some quick news for y'all. But before we do that, I got two of my bros with me. I got Davey Dollars, and today we got your done some back in effect. Tomo, what's good, fellas?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I'm not gonna share what happened over the weekend, but just know I'm doing good.
I was doing my best not to think about that, man.
Life-changing events, man. Life-changing events.
Yeah, definitely life-changing. A little too soon for me, but
What the comment? Is it too soon for you too?
more power to you. More power to you.
He ain't see it yet, Dave. He ain't see it yet, Joe.
I see it. I'm just ignoring it. LeBron got there earlier than I did. He got swept, so he was in Cancun earlier than I was.
Oh man.
But it's Monday. We start the week. Money making Mondays. I'm ready to turn up today.
Turn me up.
Like Joe said, we got some NBA topics to talk about today. We got to talk about Wemby. Keegan put up 41. Someone else put up 38, but it wasn't 41. So we got some stuff to talk about today. So glad y'all tuned in. Make sure that you become a member so you can get some exclusive perks.
Facts. Joe?
You good, Tomo?
I'm saying, how you doing?
Oh, I'm good. I'm straight. I'm excited. Let's get this thing started. So look, y'all. First of all, we need y'all to like this video on 3 different platforms. We got streaming this on Twitter, Facebook, and we are monetized on YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to all the subscribers right thus far and those who will subscribe. So make sure y'all liking all 3 platforms. Share the video on all 3 platforms so we can get some more people on watching live with y'all. And you need to subscribe. If you haven't, subscribe and follow the 3 pages, man. We appreciate it in advance. Make sure you use that comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting down throughout the show. Now, we are able to do super chats. Tom was going to talk about that, but super chats, listen, you throw a super chat out, it's going to get bumped in the front of the line. Any chat before that, we might not put it on the screen. And we only put in comments on the screen that's relevant to the topic at hand. So, Dave, the IG chat, every time I open up my IG account, I get 9+, all over my DMs, right? So, Dave, talk about those IG chats we got going on.
Hey, like I said last time, college football is around the corner. We like less than 50 days away from college football, so that's going to be an exciting season to talk about. College football chats been going up. We had the MLB draft that happened yesterday. And shout out to Teddy for who's been posting some updates about that. And then, like you said, we were trying to do some NFL topics, but it seemed like the NBA is just like, nah, we still here. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. But the chats that we have, It's for exclusive members only. NBA chat mixing with the WNBA. We got the NFL chat as well. Like we said, it's the NFL offseason. Apparently, there are two teams that are in competition to get DeAndre Hopkins. So we'll see what happens about that. Then we got BWT, that's in charge of all the baseball chat, baseball with Teddy. Make sure you tune into that. Shout out to Teddy, Jovan, and Carl for having the first live episode Saturday at 8:30 p.m. If you tuned in, it was a great show. Tomo pulled out some new sounds that I didn't know we had before, and man, it fit perfectly. It fit perfectly. So that's Major League Baseball. Then we got college football, like I mentioned before. You definitely want to tune into that. College basketball. I got some last words that y'all gonna want to hear that involves college basketball. So
Okay.
make sure you tune into that. That's mixing with men's and women, and then boxing, of course. We know what's happening July 29th. You know, we got Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence. More than likely, we're gonna have a boxing episode coming up soon. The one before the fight and one after. So make sure you tune in for that.
Highly anticipated too, because we got a new guest possibly coming on.
Highly anticipated. Highly anticipated. Yeah, this.
Get it.
Hopefully, he doesn't get murdered like he did last time he came.
Oh dang. You know the guy.
And then mixing with that's gonna be mixing with some UFC and some a little bit of wrestling has been thrown in there. So, you know, make sure you tune in. Tom, I'll let them know what it takes to get in these chats.
See. But if you don't know what it takes by now to become a member, all you gotta do is just look at the link below or click that join button on YouTube. You know, I did my research. It's a join button and there's a link in the description. So there's two ways you can do it. There's no excuses, all right? And we offer 3 levels here. We have a pro level, all-star level, and a superstar level. And each level comes with something different, you know? They all provide just a little bit of exclusivity to this Refuse to Lose network that we got going on here. But if you want to start off at the pro level for $2.99 a month, you can get loyalty badges next to your name in the comments and live chats. You get priority comments, and you get to join one sports chat. So all the chats that Dave just explained so eloquently before, you get to join one. But if you want to be an all-star, you know, for $4.99 a month, you can join the all-star level, and you get the same perks as the pro level, but you also get member-only videos. You get to join multiple chats. So now you can keep up where the conversation goes, because trust me, the conversation flows in each and every chat. Nice. And you can request a topic or a segment nominee. Request a topic.
Breaking news?
Sorry, but it's some breaking news in the WNBA. I feel like I should announce this. The WNBA's Phoenix Mercury are hiring Golden State Warriors executive Nick Urin as the general manager. So, shout out to the Phoenix Mercury for getting a new GM.
Okay. What's going on? Did I press a button in accident?
Hey, I thought somebody joined the superstar level, but hey, shout out to the Phoenix Mercury, man, for making that happen, man. They tired of these super teams. But that's another perk you get when you become a member. You see the updates we gave that to you live on air, but imagine if you was in the chat. And if you're watching right now, go watch your phone because ESPN ain't report that yet. Just to let you know, another benefit of being a member. So, and you get request topics or segment nominees. So if you have been watching, we brought our segments back. I thought they was done, son, but they not. So you get your done, son. You get Dave's Doghouse, and you get Joe's Not So Average Top 5. And each one of those topics, each one of those segments so far has had the comments going crazy and the chat's going crazy, no matter which one we was talking about. So for $4.99, you can become an all-star. You can participate in those. If you want to be a superstar, you get the same perks from both levels I just described, the all-star and the pro level. But for $9.99 a month, you get to join the R2L chat. That's the main chat. That's where the debate may start in another chat, but it finishes in the R2L chat. So remember, you get to be a guest on the show. Not saying you have to be, but the offer is there. The invite is always there. You get awards and plaques. There's a YouTube awards ceremony that we did. So go check that episode out and you'll understand why you get the $9.99. You get to win awards. And we give you real awards, not the paper certificates. You know, now not elementary school, you get an actual award, you know, and it's based upon your top performance from that episode that you were invited on. And you get member shout outs. So shout out to Joe for starting the network and becoming a member. Shout out to Jerry. I keep saying Teddy every time. Shout out to Jerry because of BWT. I always think of baseball and I associate it with Teddy. So Jerry and Donnell and Ty. You became a member. Yep. No matter what level you are, you get a member shout out. No, I'm lying. You got to be a superstar. But we just want to shout out our members. So click to join or the link in the description below and become a member today.
Let's get it. And speaking of Teddy, I know he keeps saying his name. Shout out to BWT, Baseball with Teddy, like they say. They had an episode Saturday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. It went live, went great. Shout out to Jovan and Carl for joining Teddy for that. Hey, y'all, tonight at 8:30, he actually is going live again, 8:30 Eastern time. Dave is going to join them, and they're going to cover the home run derby live. All right? So make sure y'all tune in to the same thing you on right now. It's going to be live at 8:30 p.m. Shout out to BWT. All right, and last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, the floor is yours.
So since the show is taking a toll, we talked about like the NBA just keeps saying hold up on the NFL talks that we have because a lot of debates have been sparked up. Like I think, matter of fact, the NFL has been so slow going into training camp that we just been going over the same random debates back and forth. But the NBA said, hold up, bro. We did some things over here too that y'all need to talk about. Like we shook the table a little bit too. You know, we got in-season tournaments, you know, new CBAs, but the in-season tournament is really one of the things that we really want to talk about. Like, we got to get a reaction to that because I thought it was going to be nice, but it made me want to ask this question. In-season, what's the reason? So we got to get our reactions to this in-season tournament. And I'm going to start with you, Joe.
All right, so first, let me give people a quick rundown on how it works. I know some people are confused about that, all right? So David could pick up anything I missed. So it's like if you ever watched the World Cup, how about that? Or any type of Olympic games, like even NBA does this. They have groups, right? There are 3 groups, A, B, C, and East Conference. Eastern Conference, Western Conference, randomly drawn based on your record from last year. Obviously, the people in our group, the Kings, Group C, number 1 seed in that group, by the way. But look, so we had the best record in our group. But so it's 3 different groups, and you play each team twice, I believe, or each team once, one of the two. And then whoever has better records out of those groups move on to the knockout round. And everybody else who didn't qualify go to the wild card. These games count towards your regular season game. So it means something. If you lose these games, it's a lost record, and the stats counts too. So the knockout rounds, a 1-game elimination, and then you move on. Then you have a Final Four that gets played in December 7th through the 9th, I believe. And you have a Final Four, and then you have a championship game, and the winner gets the NBA Cup. Now, the championship game it don't count towards your win-loss record or the stats. Now, there are incentives to this, right? There have been $8 million being poured into this league, poured into this tournament. Only thing I know so far is this: you reach the quarterfinals, you get $50K. Everybody get $50K on the team. If you reach the semifinals, everybody get $100K. And if you reach the Final Four, the losers get $200K of the Final Four, right? I'm not sure what the winners get and what the winner gets. So they might fill me on that one, but there are incentives to it. So my reaction to this is this. Oh yeah, then everybody get $500,000 too. Everybody get $500,000 for playing. So my thing is this: I don't like it for one reason. Imagine the Wizards, Tomo, right? Or Miami Heat, David. They go all out. They win the NCAA tournament, but then they turn around and they don't lose, and they don't make it to the NBA Finals. Whoever won the NCAA tournament is going to get trolled because they did not win the NBA Finals.
So why did you have to say our teams and not the Kings?
Yo, because I want y'all to think about this. I already thought about this.
I know.
It wasn't a shot. Right? I normally do that. But
it felt like a shot, though.
It did, though? Oh, no. I'm just saying, like, how would you
not for me, though, because my team rebuilding, so I don't care. But
y'all went into the tournament. You was on a parade, probably, right?
Hey.
I feel you. So I want to post that comment, but we're not going to post it. But that was funny. And by the way, Dito, Blaze, I appreciate your super chat. So that's the only reason why I don't like it. But the reason why I do like it, I think it brings excitement to the fans. That 1-game elimination knockout round, something to fight for in the middle of the season. And I like the fact that they counted it towards your regular season games. And one thing I do fear, people like Popovich, people like Eric Spoelstra, he's done this before, right? Resting their players during that time because they are prioritizing for the playoffs. All right, so that's my only issue with that. I could see Pop doing something like that, but other than that, I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
Dave.
All right, so to kind of sort of piggyback off of what Joe was saying, the winner of the championship gets 500K.
Okay.
So they get 500K.
Not bad.
So it starts on November 3rd. That's when the NBA season starts off. Like Joe said, the semifinals start December 7th, and the championship game is going to be Saturday, December 9th. It's going to be at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
So let's see. So eight teams will advance to the knockout rounds. Not sure if Joe has said that, but 8 teams advance to the knockout rounds. Like it's a single elimination games. 67 games across both stages in the in-season tournament will count towards. So it should be within 60-game game tournament, all the teams within that time frame. And that's pretty much everything. Joe pretty much had covered everything. I don't know. I kind of got mixed feelings about this. I guess it's good for like the tanking teams, because they have actually something to play for now in the season that they can pretty much get more incentives for. So it's good for them. But for the teams that kind of want to win it, that want to win the whole thing, I don't think it really means much to them. So I kind of feel how Joe feel when it comes to that, because now, I mean, not even just Pop. Think about all the other players that just low manage most of the time, like Kawhi and stuff like that. Of course, I got to say Kawhi because that's what Kawhi's always known for that. But that's pretty much what it is. Blaze, why you rushing me? Why are you rushing me? I'm trying to make sure that I explain it the way y'all can understand
it. Hey, Blaze, if you want to be a producer, man, just say that.
No, bro.
He probably ate more on the sound effects.
Come in here and produce.
Oh, man.
You get your, you use them the computer fingers that you beefing with right now. But yeah, I mean, it's I like I said, I got mixed feelings about it. I don't really care too much for it really, because it's not really going to mean much. But like I said, it'll mean something for the teams that are tanking for real. So I mean, that's something that they can pretty much be proud of. But I want to know what players think about this. I want to see how they feel about it, and because what incentives are they going to get other than the money? Like, what is this going to count towards? Like some kind of accolade?
They get trophy. Yeah, they get trophy and they get an MVP.
So I mean, they're going to be players that probably won't ever get an NBA season MVP. That'll get an in-season tournament MVP. So that could be something right there. Hey Jimmy, you ain't gonna get a regular MVP, so you might be able to get that. But
He don't play in the regular season, remember?
He's a good player for this tournament too. Y'all good team. Hey Tomo, before you go, one thing would be good for the winner of the NBA. If you win it, that's trophy and the finals. It's like a booster to your season. It's like, man, we won the NCAA tournament and the NBA finals. Talking about he was the MVP of the league, of the NBA finals, and the season. LeBron never done that, Chris. I was like,
oh, you trying to add that for the debate, huh?
Shout out to Rob Parker.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what the players think of this. Tomato. Like when they first brought up the idea of this play-in tournament, it was, I mean, not play-in, this in-season tournament. I thought it had like play-in type ramifications. I don't know if I'm saying the word right, but
ramifications.
Ramifications. There we go. You see what I'm saying? That's why I need a nap. But I thought it had that type, stuff on the line. And then you all get to breaking it down. I'm like, so basically you all just trying to stop load management. Just say you want to stop load management, because that's all it's going to stop. That's the only incentive that is going to stop.
I don't think it's going to stop it. I think it's going to encourage it even more.
50-50, because some people still, you remember you got to play like 60 games for you to get at least an award. 65. So you got to at least, and these are 67 games. So 60.
No, that's total though.
That's what I'm saying. So if you play at least the tournament, and then play 5 more games.
Not each team
Nah,
playing
total
themselves,
games
total
played
games
in
in
the
the whole
NBA
league.
season.
Oh, never
The
mind
league.
then.
Yeah.
Nah. So if you not if I'm
Most
not
of the
like a
seasons
top
are
3
tournament.
seed, if I'm not in the top 3 seed, y'all can have this tournament. It is what it is. We're gonna play these 2 or 3 games, and we're gonna go home. So teams that you just named, like the Wizards, the Pacers may be good, but the Pistons, the Hornets, like all those guys are gonna love this moment because now it brings more attraction to our small market teams because some people are gonna watch it. It's like, well, it's something on the line, so these young guys have something to play for. So it's kind of like an in-season summer league. That's what it feels like. I mean, if you win the cup, you get some money. But for me, it's really just them trying to bring more light to the NBA because more people watch the NFL up until Christmas Day. So they're like, hey guys, we play games too. So watch us before Christmas. And that's what this is to me. It's just another money grab to grab people's attention. But I don't think the players really care.
Yeah.
We'll
I don't
see.
think so either. I
I ain't gonna lie.
I think all the main stars probably don't care, but the young guys probably do care.
I ain't gonna lie. I was down in it, and then I think the fact that these games mean something, it helps, and they getting paid, so you can't turn down money, you know. But we'll see. You know, you got people getting $130 million contracts. What's 500,000? You know.
Yeah, that's $5 to them. They don't care.
That's a Birkin.
Yeah, that's nothing. They just like, oh, all right, I got that. I ain't worried about that. I can sit.
But then again, you know what? The Wizards might win because if we remember Jordan Poole's track record, that 500 gonna come in handy.
I don't know. You know,
competitive players like who?
No, I think Tyrone. I think Ty's right. I really think because if you're playing,
I ain't saying he's wrong. I just want to know who he's thinking about. I know Jimmy maybe because Jimmy's.
I'm telling you, y'all.
I can see.
He don't. But the thing about Jimmy's not. He's not that kind of player in a regular season. So I don't know.
But like, my thing is this. Like, I think that the tanking teams are really going to try to win this. You know what I mean? Like, so. But then you have that thing over your head, like, oh my gosh, the Hornets play Miami Heat first round. If Miami Heat lose, they gotta worry about that the rest of it. You know, it's like you don't want to lose to the Hornets in this tournament. You're Miami Heat, and if you're the Kings, you're not trying to lose to who's a bad team in the West. You're not. Well, Houston might be better, Spurs might be better, but y'all get my point. Like, you're not trying to lose to Detroit Pistons in this tournament. You know. So those teams are going to play hard in this tournament. I'm telling you, like, I think the NBA, like,
they did it right. Looking at the groups, they did it right. I guess now seeing what Ty's saying, based upon the groupings, I mean, you got the Bucks. East B is Bucks, Knicks, Miami, Wizards, Hornets. I can see the Bucks being like, you know what, Miami put us out. It's personal. So
they put them in Miami the same. You said Miami too?
Yeah.
No, they did. They put us with the Warriors. They did it on purpose.
Yeah, I can see now. I see now. Based upon that, the competition will be there if you hold a grudge to what happened in the playoffs.
But I guarantee. I think it's gonna be dependent on the standards. More likely, the Bucks will be like the number 1 seed in that group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they will. They'll stand. And the Lakers with Denver, right?
Yep.
And they got this. So they got for the Lakers. It's Memphis, Suns, Lakers,
and Memphis,
Jazz.
and it's Suns in Denver. Oh, it's not.
No, they don't have Denver. It's Memphis, Suns, Lakers, Utah, Portland. That's their group.
So who Denver got?
Denver gonna cakewalk this one. They got the Clippers, Pelicans. Oh, never mind. Let me stop. The Mavericks are there. I disrespect the Mavericks for now.
What does that mean?
You never know. Kyrie may show up.
Oh my gosh.
You're right, but I mean, well, the Nuggets did lose some players, so I mean,
Bruce Boxer ain't there. But Clippers, Pelicans, Mavs, Houston, they did it right. It's gonna be interesting. I'm killing it now, but it may be entertaining.
Yeah, I'm curious. We'll see.
I think the East may get more ratings though, because all their teams is kind of like almost on the same level. If you take away Porzingis, then all their teams is kind of the same level. But we're gonna see, man. Y'all tune in on November when we still watching football games, and y'all let me know what this tournament start off like.
November 3rd. November 3rd is when it starts.
I know, man. That's when football start getting real. That's around Thanksgiving coming up and stuff.
The NBA know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. But hey, believe it or not, we got to talk about some more NBA. So, number one draft pick, generational talent comes in from France. But no, I'm talking about Wemby, right? The whole league, everyone is. I think this is one of the most recent number one picks where everybody was kind of on the fence, where it was too much hype behind him. But some people were like, some people believe the hype, but some people like, I want him to be a bust because I'm tired of talking about Wemby. So it's Wemby, believe it or not. His first summer league game wasn't the best. But then his last one against the Trailblazers, he dropped 27. He showed a little bit of that same France anger, that He brought some of that, last night. And then they said they're going to sit him out for the rest of the summer league. So the Spurs said, and I'm going to just start this one off. But the Spurs said, all right, we showed y'all that he can get over 20 points, and now we're going to sit him down because why would you do that? We didn't want you to give too much. But the question really is, should people have the same expectations for Wemby after his summer league performance? And for me, I can't be the same guy to come on here and be like, the summer league is really for people to just find their way in the game and, tune out their skills just a little bit, but then also kill him for not being the best player in the summer league when you got second-year players, and we're going to talk about them in a minute, but second-year players who's doing what they're supposed to do. Like, it's raw NBA talent. And for me, I think Wemby may be good, but I don't think he was the best player on his team in France. I think the Wizards got a steal. I think Bilal is going to show that he's the better of the two players when their careers are all said and done. But I want to give this kid a shot. I got to give him a shot because the same thing happened with Giannis when he came out. He was like, well, we see some things, but we don't really know. One good season, one off season, maybe Wemby do some more push-ups, get some body mass up under him, and then he start showing off the way he needs to. So expectations for me aren't what ESPN had, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt for now. But Wemby, if you come back next season and you still looking like this, it's going to get ugly for the Spurs, man. It's going to get ugly. Dave, what's your take?
For me, I never was too high or too low on him. For one, I watched how he played when he was in professional league in France. He played pretty well, but that the European game is a lot different than how they play in the NBA. So he has some adjustment to do. So the first game, like you said, he was really just trying to figure it out. He really didn't know what he was doing out there. He said he was lost. But he pretty much figured it out in the second game. He also said that he's not. He's going to stay off social media while he's enjoying the off season, so he can pretty much prepare for next season. So I think that's pretty good. But I expect him to have a good rookie season. I'm not expecting him to be I'm not expecting him to be that legendary. Have that comparison that everyone had about LeBron. I'm not expecting him to be that his first season. I'm expecting him to play like he's the best player on the team. Because who other than Wemby on the Spurs, who else do you really see as being the best player on that team? It should be him. He's the number one overall pick for a reason. But I'm not expecting him to go out there and get like 25 and 15 throughout the season. But I expect him to have a really good season. One thing I know he's going to be great defensively. That's one thing that he's gonna dominate. He's gonna be a great rebounder, a great defender. He just has to find his footing as far as offensively. He'll be consistent. Like I said, he gotta just pretty much work on his shot. He'll be good enough. So I think he's gonna be good. I think he can make rookie, all NBA rookie his first season. I think he can make that as well. But like I said, I'm not expecting him to be like. He has to be an all-star his first season or something like that. But I think he's going to play well.
All right. So, look, I'm high on Wemby from the jump. I'm high on Wemby. I think he's not overhyped. I think the expectations are real. And, yes, I think his season going to be – I think he will have a better rookie season than LeBron did. I think so. I think he have a better rookie season than LeBron. And I think he probably have the best rookie season probably since Jordan. I ain't lying, y'all. Yeah. Probably the best regular season rookie season since Jordan. So let me tell y'all why. All right, because Jordan averaged 28 points. You know what I mean? LeBron averaged what 21, 5, like 6 and 5, something like that. Shaq averaged 23, I think. But Wemby got a chance to do some great. Cause look, think about this: the leading scorer for the Spurs last year averaged like 24. I mean, do you already know who that is?
No.
My point exactly. All right, so let's stop there. All right. So look, I'm not worried about Wemby after what I saw. I still think Wemby could be one of the best to ever play if he just stay healthy. A lot of NBA in the beginning, a lot of the NBA is not about your raw talent. It's about understanding the NBA, the flow, the pace of the game, all that stuff, right? And when you watch summer league, that's why when I watch college football, I don't look at stats. I watch the game and I try to see how they actually play. That's how you gotta look at summer league. You don't look at summer league like, okay, he had 9 points this game, but he had 20. Nah, look at how the game went. We see the skill level that he has at 7'4". The man has guard skills at what? Disrespectful.
Because you said you don't know who averaged 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on your side. What's going on?
No, he ain't talking about Wemby. He's talking about his other Spurs player.
Okay, my bad. I think it was Keldon Johnson. I think it was. All right.
We don't know, so we disrespectful.
All right.
It's not our fault. It's the Spurs. They weren't that good last year.
They were the worst team in the West. I think. Yeah. I thought it was the Rockets. But look, so he's 7'4" with guard skills. Have we ever seen him before? No, we never seen that, right? Now, he can already, in year one, be an elite defensive player and an elite rebounder in year one. I think that. I believe that. Him and Chat has that ability to deny the ball, right? So he could be elite his first year. So he can play all 5 positions. I mean, all 5. We saw him bring the ball up as a point guard. We saw him play on the wing. We saw him play in the post. We saw him guard Brandon Miller, all right, in some league on the wing. So he can play all 5 positions at 7'4". Yes, he needs to develop his physicality, right? I would rather have him develop his physicality than versus develop his ball handling, develop his post skills, develop his jump. He's got to develop his physicality. That's it. And for him to learn the NBA, learn how things work, what better coach is to have than Coach Pop? There's no better coach than that. And one thing I liked, two things that he said I like. He said that playing overseas is more physical than playing in the NBA, what he saw so far. Obviously, he didn't see the NBA yet. He saw the summer league. He said, but Luka said the same thing. Luka says harder to score in the NBA in the overseas than it is in the NBA because the floor is not open like the NBA is. So I think he will do that. And one thing he said I really like, after his first game, they had a rookie party, whatever, in Vegas, something like that. He skipped it. He said, "No, I ain't going. I got a game. I got a game. Here, get ready for my game." He didn't go to the party because he got to prepare for the game. So little things like that tell me like, okay, the intangibles are there. I listened to the press conference. I just want to hoop. That's what he kept saying. The media, I understand I'm number 1 draft pick, but all this media stuff, I'm not trying to see. I'm just trying to hoop. It's my first time playing in a long time. So I'm all in on Wemby. I'm all in. I got my listen. Going in right now. He's gonna be great.
But
the silence said it all.
But it's I'm not saying it's not possible, but I'm just shocked that you say he'll have the best rookie season since Jordan.
What rookie season come to mind since Jordan?
Blake Griffin had a really good rookie season after injury.
Don't bring that up.
Technically, it was sophomore season.
Was it better than LeBron's rookie year?
Melo had a better rookie season than LeBron.
Was it better than Tariq Evans' rookie year? That's my point. Tariq Evans had one of the best rookie years in NBA history.
Yeah, he did. But
Wemby, 7'4" with Popovich? Yeah, I saw what Tim Duncan did won a championship his first year with Popovich. But he did have David Robinson.
Yeah.
But like Blaze said in the comments, first team all NBA rookie year.
But so Blaze asked a question in the chat. I guess I got it wrong.
That's what I just said.
No, I'm talking about something else.
I'm talking about these people in the comments, bro. Like I just said this.
Yeah. So
First team
Blaze Blaze asks, do you think that he can make first team All NBA in his rookie season?
See, I see when Duncan played. All right. See, Wemby's a center. When Duncan played,
Is he?
I mean, yeah, that's a good question. It all depends on where he's going to be listed. It's going to be
It's
all
positionless basketball at this point. So like,
It is.
it really don't. He could be the one for all they care, just
But-
based upon height.
One of the main reasons why he won. Hold on, he was a rookie in '97. Okay, you're right, Blaze, right. So one of the reasons why, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't the Spurs a great team in a good team '97 record wise? Because David Robinson got hurt, they drafted Tim Duncan, and then David Robinson came back. He played immediately with All-Star. So because somebody fact check me on that. But so because a lot of first team NBA has a lot to do with your record. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know if the Spurs.
They were 56 and 26 and finished.
I mean, that's why he was first team All NBA. They had a good record. Not saying he didn't play well, but you have to have a good regular season record in most cases. Like I think SGA won first team. That was like rare. You don't really see somebody win first team with a bad record like that. But SGA is one of the top scorers in the league though. So that's my thing right there.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but
I'm not sure if he can make first team All NBA. You got to think about all the other bigs in the NBA. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to surpass them to be able to make the All NBA first team. Now, I think he can make All NBA his first season, especially All NBA rookie. Of course, I think that's without question. But maybe All NBA second or third. I'm not sure, but he won't be All NBA first.
But
Jordan
I think that's based upon where they actually list him on the roster. Because if he's a center or power forward, he probably could make it. Because how many centers are there actually in the league?
And then he might make it because of popularity. So people like Wemby, they want to see him do great. But
that's true. But I'm looking at, you gotta look at Embiid.
Exactly. My bad.
Giannis.
So now we got to move to the four. Giannis a power forward or your small forward?
He's a four. Fours are all in one category. But real quick, I was about to say this. I was about to say exactly what Jane would have said. He said Duncan averaged 21 and 12, and he was first team All NBA as a rookie. You can't do that in today's NBA and be first team All NBA. The part of the reason why he's first team All NBA because they won 56 games. They had a win. They were good team wise. And he just said if Wemby averaged 23 and 13 with 4 blocks, which is a better season than Duncan, with that stat line, he still might not win first team NBA because you got because if he's a center, you got Jokic, Embiid, and what's the name? No, you got Jokic, Embiid, and then the forwards you got Giannis, KD,
right.
You got Giannis, KD. Who else is it for?
Tatum.
You know, like you got a lot of man. And then in the guards, you got Steph, Luka. I think Luka's a forward.
Yeah, he can get second team. Based upon the names you said, he could probably get second team. I can see him getting second team.
I'm not sure. I know
that
what
depends. That depends on, like I said, that depends on where they put like Embiid and Jokic. Are they going to put them on the same first? Are they going to put them both in first NBA, or are they going to put one of them in All NBA second team?
You could do that, but a lot of people stick to the centers. Like they give you that, like in your ballot, they give you the option to put anybody anywhere. Okay. You know what I mean? So hold up.
The timing, right?
There it is. Shout out to Teddy.
Shout out to Teddy with the $4.99 super chat. Home run derby tonight. Shout out to refuse to lose Familia. That the 3 praying hands. Hashtag
Star spreading
the news. Hashtag do your job. Hashtag humbly. I should have just let you read that. I should have just let you read that. I did not want to read that.
Shout out to BWT tonight, 8 o'clock. Sorry, 8:30 p.m. Home run derby.
So we kind of it's a 50-50 for me and Dave, and then Joe, you all in. You cast your ballot already.
I'm casting.
I just want to see more. That's all.
It's just
two summer league games. I just want to see him play a little bit more in the season. That's it.
Hey, Bank, tell him how much I got my account. All right, take out. I'll put it on Wemby. That's how much I am on Wemby right now. All in.
So just make sure you spread the funds for Refuse to Lose
Facts.
before you cash out on that. All right. Speaking of cashing out, man, we got to talk about another King player
Let's go.
who shouldn't be in the summer league, but he's in the summer league, showing off, dropping 41.
Don't be hating.
So we're gonna say he's a king amongst boys. That's what they're saying right now. And Joe, since this is your guy, is this a big deal or no deal that Keegan Murray dropped 41?
Hey,
Wait, so I'm not going first on any topic?
go ahead, Dave. Go ahead. Do your thing. Do your thing. No, hold
Joe,
on.
I noticed
You're right.
No, go ahead. Do your thing.
I know this is your guy.
As you can tell, I'm not ready. There you go. Go ahead.
I know this is your guy, but I'm cool with him playing in the summer league. I mean, he a sophomore. Yes, he did start in the playoffs, and yes, he was with the Kings. But you got to think about it. No one other than Joe expected the Kings to be where they were last year. Everyone else thought thought they could. I'm not counting anyone on that team. So no one thought that they would be where they were. And then they took the Warriors to 7 games and lost in game 7, of course, because, I mean, Steph had a Steph game. Keegan didn't have his best series, so he felt like he had to come out there and pretty much prove himself and try to get better. What other place to do it now than the Summer League? And Joe had already reported that during the offseason, he's been pretty much playing one-on-one with Fox. He's been with his leader the entire time. The best player on the team, he's been pretty much playing with him the entire time. So he's doing whatever he needs to do to be able to play. So, I mean, I'm cool with that. I mean, and I don't think he's going to play any more of the summer league games. So he went out there to pretty much play to see how much he improved, and he did what he had to do. I mean, he's not the only player that has like I said earlier, he's not the only player that put up like 30 plus, and this is his second season in the NBA. Jabari Smith did the same thing for the Houston Rockets. So he's out there just trying to improve his game, and I'm cool with it. I mean, he put up 41, so it's a good thing he ain't playing no more summer league games because this man started in the playoffs. But I mean, it's cool. Let him play. Let him do his thing.
Joe, you go last now.
Okay, go ahead.
Thanks for checking me at the door, Dave. I forgot, man. My bad. But, bro, you just finished putting buckets on Curry and Clay. Like, what more did you expect from him in the summer league? If you giving Curry and Clay buckets, what you think you're gonna give to these guys fresh out of college and in the G League? We got some breaking news.
Yeah, it's involving college though. Northwestern has fired their head coach Pat Fitzgerald.
We'll call that when you need him.
Oh my goodness, Carl. I'm a little upset you're not in the comments, but man, college hasn't even started yet, and we got a lot of stuff going on. Like I said, you want to listen to my last words. I got something to say about college. Go ahead, Tommy. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No. You're doing your thing. We just telling people why they need to become a member. We keep showing y'all reasons, and I'm glad that it's happening live on air. So now they can actually put their stopwatch on to see that ESPN not gonna drop this till probably like 10 minutes after, we just said it. But yeah, no. Keegan Murray is like that one kid who's just going to summer school for no apparent reason. So like my man Lamar said, the summer league is like taking summer classes to get ahead of your classmates, not because your grades are bad, because you need to catch up or you need to catch up. That's what Keegan Murray is doing right now. He was averaging some buckets in that playoff series. No, that's a reason why it went 7 games. So now he's coming over here to, fine tune his game just a little bit, and but what else can you expect, man? I'm just wondering why Paolo ain't there since we talking about sophomore players. This is Paolo's second year in the league, right? He should also be in the summer league as well. Or is it because he won rookie of the year, he felt like he didn't have to come? Right, that's just a question. But I'm glad he actually showed up. And hey, Keegan, if you want to drop 41, just go back and work out with Fox, man. We seen that you was going to the gym with him. You could do that. You don't have to come to the summer league and show these kids that you can still knock down a 3 every now and then. Joe.
Yeah, so like me, first of all, look, every year as a team, you want to get better, right? You want to improve from last season. And we had the highest offensive rating in the NBA last year, which I'm proud of to say. And a lot of our offense came through DHOs, dribble handoffs. We actually led the league last year in points off of dribble handoffs. But if you watch that Warrior series, what did they do? They defended the DHL. And it forced us to play one-on-one basketball and pick and roll basketball. And if you watch that series, the only people who were consistently good offensively was Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox, because they are the two players on that team that can score one-on-one and other pick and roll at an elite level. Davion Mitchell also had a couple of games in there because he can also do the same thing. Keegan Murray, more of a catch and shoot player, all the dribble handoffs, all the screens, everything. That's his game. So what did Fox say mid-season All-Star break? Man, Keegan Murray needs to develop a bag. I need him to come with me this summer and work out with me. And guess what? Ever since the summer started, Keegan Murray said he's been with De'Aaron Fox every single day, playing one-on-one with him 4 times a week. And then what they do, Mike Brown approached Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray didn't ask to play like Josh Giddey did his second year. He didn't ask to play. Mike Brown came to him and said, Keegan, we need you to play summer league. Number one, I want you to act as a leader. Teach these young boys, and we need you to work on what you've been working on this all season. So if you watch the Kings, a lot of plays been drawn for Keegan Murray and stuff like that. And a lot of things he's doing is off the dribble, all pick and rolls, one-on-one, because that's what he's going to be asked to do in the regular season. Not regular season, but in the playoffs when the teams know what you're going to do. You can't live off the dribble handoffs. So I look at Keegan Murray, great shooter, first rookie in NBA history to make 200 threes, first rookie ever done that. But he needs to learn how to score the dribble. Fox told him, and Fox said in the press conference during the season, we need Keegan Murray to take it to a different level for us to get to a new level. Either he has to go to a new level or we got to find somebody else. He said he told Keegan that. So Keegan has developed his game over the summer, and I'm loving it. He's scary. He's 6'9", 6'10", 6'9", and he could potentially be one of the best two-way players in the NBA because he's a good defender. Also, another thing they're working on in the summer league, he don't playing full court defense on point guards, right? So I'm excited to see what we're going to do. Man, like the beam.
No.
Like the beam.
No, why we would like the beam? Why do we do that? You should have did the cowbell or something. It's more of a cowbell moment. I like what Mike Brown doing with the Kings, man. He over there telling these guys, man, look, man, it's all about mentorship. So yeah, that's why he's there. Paolo should have been there for Orlando with a little bit of mentorship. I understand he's too good, but he still should show up. But on to the next Beam team. Shout out to Donnell with the Beam team. But
shout out. Go.
He's saying that right now, but when the season starts, it's going to be Wemby this, Wemby that. He even changed his icon to Wemby.
He returned the favor. I gave Wemby endless flowers. He returned the favor.
Man. But now it's time for You're Done, Son. Joe, you ready over there?
Sorry, go ahead. He said, do what Clay never did. Sorry, go ahead.
I said, it's time for You're Done, Son.
Do your thing. This ISO Tomo. So is yours.
So it's been a while since we did one of these. They thought Your Done Son was done, son, but nope. It's all fun. It's all fun in the sun till you end up on this week's You're Done, Son. So we got to talk about this one thing, that's been running prevalent throughout the league. It's been killing people. The bigger markets have just been going crazy. The smaller markets have been blocking trades since CP3 tried to go to the Lakers. You know what I mean? And this week's You're Done, Son goes to the super teams, Definition of a super team, it's an elite team with two or more elite players, at least one of whom is acquired because they already became elite. That's what you think about when you think about a super team, because most people want to talk about these homegrown teams, like, look, when you out and about, fast food, it's a quick fill me up, but nothing beats that home cooking, that good Thanksgiving meal. You come home from a long, hard day at work, wifey got some food for you, like, man, got that big piece of chicken. It fills you up more than that 3-piece, and that's what these GMs be thinking. They think you can grab a 3-piece fries and a biscuit, and that's the way to go. However, they forget you need a drink, because if you get a biscuit from Popeyes, they're going to do what most of these super teams have done. Choke. You're just going to choke, bro. For a while, people thought the trend started with LeBron, D-Wade, and Chris Bosh. Nope. This team, the super team, actually started back in 1968 when Wilt Chamberlain joined Jerry West and Elgin Baylor to the Los Angeles Lakers. That's when it actually started.
Yeah, Tomo.
And guess what happened there? They lost to the Celtics 3-4 in that finals. Super teams didn't work then.
Bill Russell.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? But despite that happening, teams kept trying to copy and paste, copy and paste. Some people did some homegrown things, some people didn't. But you had a couple teams that were successful at creating these super teams. Take it to 2008 Celtics. Then you got the 2012, 2013 Miami Heat. Then you got the 2017 and 2018 Warriors. Those teams actually won. But along the way, there were other teams that tried. And just for you all that don't remember, right? You got the 2012 Lakers. Y'all remember that team? That was Gary Payton, Karl Malone. Then you got the 2013 Nets. We all know what happened there.
Oh my gosh.
Then you got the 2017 OKC, playoff P. That's what he called himself. Melo wasn't feeling that. Then you got the 2019 Clippers. Some would say that really wasn't a super team because it's only Paul George and Kawhi, but they tried. Then you got the 21 Nets. Then they tried to run it back in 2022. The Nets again. Then now you got the Phoenix Suns, who are really not understanding that the trailblazing path that they're trying to go upon again is going to lead to failure. Because when you think about it, majority of the teams that won a finals were from homegrown products. Take it the last 3 years, you have the Bucks, the Warriors, and then you have the Denver Nuggets, all homegrown products. Even with that Warriors run where they tried to say that was a super team, they added Kevin Durant, but majority of that team came from home cooking. So what this new CBA did, they said, you know what? We're going to stop the Warriors from continuing that homegrown cooking, and we're just going to stop other teams in these big markets from adding players with this luxury tax rule. Because if you're already winning, then you could just pay the luxury tax and keep adding to this winning foundation. However, for these smaller markets, we need to stop this. So they added this thing called a tax apron. And if you go above this tax apron, you now have to pay, I think, $1 million more, which you actually went over. And if you try to bring in people off of a trade and you try to do that, when you bring in league minimum, league exception, you try to bring somebody in on that, they're like, how much money ever went out the door? You have to replace that. But if you replace that and it goes over this luxury tax, then yes, you're going to bump into the second apron. And that's why you see a lot of these teams just finding ways to finesse the system now. The NBA is becoming what the NFL is doing. They're finding ways to move money. But it's going to be tough because everybody wants to get paid. And if I see Jordan Poole can make 20 to 30 mil a year, then if I'm Draymond Green, then I know I need 40 mil because I helped this team. So for the GMs out there who thought life was easy and you could just go build a super team and make it to the championship, and for the players who thought you could just say, hey, I'm taking my talents down to South Beach, then that's the only thing that's going to be going to South Beach because you ain't going with them no more with this new CBA. Super teams, you're done, son.
100% agree with everything you said. Now, I wouldn't say that OKC with Paul George and the rest, but that wasn't a super team. That wasn't a single team. But anyways, I agree with everything you said, man. Like, you look at the teams who won, they've been homegrown, except for 3 teams. When I say homegrown, I mean like the Lakers weren't homegrown, but that wasn't a super team either, right? But super teams that actually work, like you said, Miami Heat, Boston, and the Warriors. You explain the Warriors. Kevin Durant is walked into a homegrown team. Miami Heat, you have the second best player, top 2 player of all time in the middle of that big 3, right? So you're going to win because you got the best player in the league right there, plus the third best player in the league probably, and somebody else, all right? And the Boston Celtics, you had 3 players in their prime, the peak of their primes that never won. Like, where you ever found that? 3 players in the peak of their prime that never won, and they fit perfectly. Your shooter, your defensive player who can shoot a mid-range jump shot, plus your scorer. Like, come on. So what defensive players around them? So outside of those 3, none has worked. I believe the one super team that could have worked, but injuries derailed them, were the Brooklyn Nets. I still think if the Brooklyn Nets never got hurt that first year with James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and KD, I believe they would have beat Milwaukee. Then they would have ran through the Suns, I believe, and the Hawks. So, but outside of that, I'm 100% with you, Tomo.
No comments for me. All I gotta say is super teams, like Tomo said, you're done, son. So KD, this is pretty much aimed at you. It seems like you keep, everywhere you go, you're trying to build a team.
Hold on.
That is true. That's true. No, he didn't want to take the interview with the Wizards, so this might be at him. Yeah, you should pick up the phone, man.
Hey, J-Mo put it in the comment. Hey, so basically Kevin Durant's done. So it's pretty much for you, KD. I mean,
Yeah,
He's the only
done,
one.
son.
you got Bradley Beal on your team now. You Devin Booker already there. You got DeAndre Ayton, who was a top pick in the NBA, number 1 overall pick. Well, go win a ring. You got a full off season now. You don't win a ring, then that for me that goes against, what you've done in your career. So great job, Tomo.
Thanks, fellas. Now we can go home.
Yeah,
Like these super teams.
Yeah, great segment, Tomo. All right, let's wrap this up, y'all. So look, make sure y'all like this video on all 3 platforms: Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Make sure you share this video on all 3 platforms so people can go and watch this. This will be on all 3 platforms still. And like and subscribe if you haven't so far. Hit that like button, y'all. It's not hard. Just tap the like button right now if you're watching. Hit the like button. Let me say it again. Hit the like button, right? And subscribe to the channel. Listen, we got IG. Well, appreciate y'all using the comment section. Y'all been lit in the comments like always. We appreciate y'all. Appreciate the super chat from my man, Mr. BWT itself, Teddy. And look, we got these IG chats. Dave, quickly go over these IG chats we got going on.
Oh, I gotta so something actually happened. Sorry, Kev, that this happened to you, but Kev tried to submit a super chat, but YouTube blocked it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
What? Hold up now.
So it says Commanders right, Joe. 2 laughing face emojis and a coffin next to it with the dead man signal.
See?
Hashtag Silence Mark 2023.
That's why they blocked it.
I know.
Shout out to YouTube.
Hashtag R2Well. Shout out to the IG chat for going crazy once again. Fire emoji, 100 emoji, hashtag Luka for MVP.
You know, YouTube, I'll take the slander for that super chat. Throw it in there real quick.
So that was the super chat that we did not get to see. So I think Kev, you might want to watch out with the coffin and the dead man next time, because
Yeah, or space them out or something. Just finesse the system. You think you're gonna pay for that slander?
yeah. YouTube don't like that. So, but
Dan Snyder blocking even when he not the owner of the team.
they said Jable said they bought it because Luke ain't win the MVP. But the chats that we have, man, they have been lit, especially the NBA chat. It's been a lot going back and forth. We finally have the LeBron and Jordan debate happening on Wednesday, and I am going to be here
Woo!
witnessing it. So it was at first scheduled for Tuesday. Yeah, I know Tuesday I'm not here, but it's Wednesday, so I'm glad I'm going to be a part of it. We got Refuse to Lose His Own, Joe Jordan representing Jordan, of course. I mean, his last name is Jordan, so it would only be right.
Jump man.
And then we have a returning guest on the show who was here not too long ago talking about his Lakers. He's also a Philadelphia Eagles fan, but AJ will be representing LeBron James. Bibby, he's representing because you won't come on the show. So NBA, missing with WNBA again. Shout out to the Phoenix Mercury for hiring a new GM from the Warriors. NFL all season is here. Can't wait for NFL season to start. Major League Baseball, that is strictly through BWT. So shout out to Teddy. Teddy's in charge of everything that involves baseball. Again, great show that they had. Great live show that they had Saturday. So appreciate that. Javon, I'm ignoring your comment right now. I'll address that later. Shout out to college football. But we just had some news about college football. Northwestern fired their head coach Pat Fitzgerald, so that's some news right there to talk about. College basketball, I got something to say about that in my last words. That's men and women, so if you want to see what's going on in college basketball, become a member. And boxing, like I said, July 29th, it's my mom's birthday. Make sure that you tune in for that fight. It's going to be epic. Bud versus Errol Spence. And then that's mixed with some UFC and wrestling. Tomo, go ahead and let them know what it takes to join these chats.
Hey man, click that join button, but also click the link in the description below. Then you can become a member. You want to become a member today? We have 3 levels for you. That's a pro level at $2.99. You got the all-star level at $4.99, and then you got the superstar level at $9.99. With the pro level, you get loyalty badges next to your name in the comments and live chats. You get priority comments, and you also get to join one sports chat. With the all-star level, that's again at $4.99 a month. You get the same perks from the pro level, but you also get member-only videos. You get to join multiple chats, and then you get to request a topic or segment nominee. For the segments, again, that's You're Done, Son, Not So Average Top 5, and then Dave's Dog House. See, look, he changed the name on us. But then also you got the superstar level, that's $9.99 a month. And with the superstar level, you still get the same perks from the all-star level and the pro level, but you get to join the R2L chat. You get to be a guest on the show. You get awards and plaques to the top performers. Go check out that award ceremony episode on YouTube, where we give you a full breakdown of how you can win the awards. Again, it goes to our top performers based upon that episode that you were a guest on. And you get member shout outs. And I want to say shout out to all the members, and I want to say shout out to you, because when you click that join button, you will become a member.
Let's get it. And last but not least, shout out to BWT. Y'all, tonight, tune in 8:30 p.m. tonight on the same channel you're watching right now. Teddy's going live with David to do the home run derby live, right? Others might join, but make sure y'all tune into that. If you a diehard baseball fan, casual one, a fan that just want to be a fan, tune into that tonight, 8:30. Shout out to BWT. Last word, all I got for y'all is this. Light the beam. Commanders, good job for erasing that super chat.
My last words was about Bob Huggins. Apparently there was some stuff that happened between him and I forgot. I think it was West Virginia. I forgot what school that he coached. It's just I'm kind of in a rush, so that's the only reason why it's blanking on my head right now. But there's some things going on where he did not resign. But they had already hired another coach or something like that to replace him. So he's trying to force his way back to be the head coach because he said he didn't resign. It was through text to his wife's phone. So I don't know what's going on, but it sounds crazy.
Well, I just got that same text message, and it said, hey, thank you for becoming a member. And also check out Baseball with Teddy later on in the day, because we got that home run derby live. I'm going to check it out because this will be the first time I watch the home run derby live with Refuse to Lose. So make sure y'all come back and check that out.
Yes, sir. That's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all next episode.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.